this is probably shoe of the year for me. I mean, it's a controversial statement because we just had the off-white 4s, but these are it, dude. What's up, guys? This is Jordan. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by my channel once again. I know it's been 3 months since I haven't updated my last video, but I thought I'd actually start again because I have something special I want to show you guys. You already know what's in the title and you already know exactly what I'm about to talk today, but I'm gonna share with you guys the shoe of the year, the New Balance 992 JJJJound collaboration. I'm excited to share with you guys a lot about this sneaker. Before I get into the sneaker, I just want to give a little history of why, I guess in particular, the 992 has been an interesting shoe of 2020. And I gotta say, it's been a booming success for New Balance because they've been hitting it hard with like numerous collaborations. I mean, we're talking about wtaps. Hopefully that's how they pronounce it. Kith. Just in general, like their Castle Rock colorway sold out. And I've talked with some employees within the stores. They told me like this shoe in particular was like a retro for New Balance, and it was like a quick strike release. They don't plan to remake these shoes in the near future or plan to at least restock the shoe, especially during these challenging times, you know, during Miss Rona. So, all right, with that being said, let's actually get into the shoe, what you've actually been waiting for. So before I get into the shoe, just let's take a look at the box. Definitely a lot different from their previous New Balance like boxes. From their New Balance like Made in USA boxes, it's usually that American flag, gray, black and white type box, but they decided to go with the minimal and clean route because that's what JJJJound is known for. You also got the New Balance logo splatter on top, splatter on the side. You also got the JJJJounds on the medial sides. I got a size 8. New Balances in particular tend to fit a little half a size big. Unless you like a cozy fit, I would say stick true to size, but I like a true to size fit, so I went for an 8, but I'm usually 8.5 normally. But just letting you know, if you do decide to cop, they do fit half a size big. Nothing else, and pretty much that's it for the box. I mean, when I open the box, it's pretty much just like the New Balance tissue paper, the typical Made in USA white paper if you ever owned a 992. And here it is, the New Balance 992 JJJJounds, and man, these go crazy. This is probably shoe of the year for me. I mean, it's a controversial statement because we just had the off-white 4s, but these are it, dude. So basically, you got the New Balance 992 as the silhouette. Not much has changed in terms of just like construction, in terms of materials. Not much has changed. Although all that's changed much is basically the color scheme, which is totally, I can get why someone would be angry. Why would you pay this much because of a color change? Yeah, I totally get it, but also at the same time, this is a very unique color scheme that no one will ever do for this model in particular. And I honestly think the 992 was a great choice of silhouette for just this collaboration in general, especially with the spike of 992s being in 2020. So we're gonna start with the upper of the shoe. So what the upper consists of is mainly mesh and suede. I gotta say, they go hard on the suede for this shoe in particular. And I kinda know why, because I've seen pictures of the old New Balances at the 990 V3s. The more wear you take on the suede, it eventually becomes a different color over time. That's a great choice on their end because I honestly think the suede kind of hits way different from leather. And as you can also see on this shoe, like the brown is also different shades of brown all over the shoe. So starting with the toe box of the shoe, you got this like caramel type brown on the mesh material. And then surrounding it, you got this like brown, like literal like olive type brown. And then when you look at the overall arc of the shoe, like around like the mid upper, it's like a, I guess like a coffee type brown. And I think that's just a nice touch. I mean, I think Justin could have easily made this whole shoe like one shade of brown, but I love how like each element of the shoe consists of different colors so that the shoe can pop as a whole. You also got the New Balance N logo on the side as well as the medial side, and it is reflective, so if you do shine a light within this part, it does shine 3M. And obviously, if you didn't know already, this was made in USA. Going to the back of the shoe, this also is a subtle difference from other New Balance 992s in general, is the JJJJound logo. And usually what's on this logo in particular is USA, because obviously made in USA. but they decided to actually change it up with the JJJJound logo. You also got subtle hints of 3M where it says USA on the other side, and also just nothing on the other side. Also on the tongue area, you got your very, very creamy laces. I'm a huge fan of anything like sail or cream laces, so that's also an awesome touch that JJJJound put on it. So you got the cream laces surrounding the tongue area. You also got the New Balance 992 logo stitched on. Something I also barely just noticed right now, but there's also the sock liner is black. Now if we're moving on to the midsole of the shoe, as you can tell, like this definitely is like a very chunkier midsole compared to like the typical 990s. The reason why is because it's surrounded by different technologies. You got the absorb technology, which is mainly like for impact protection when you're stomping on the ground. You also have the end cap material, which is also essential for like stability when you're walking on pavement, any other types of floors. So if we're talking about the color scheme, not that different. There's just subtle differences from like the typical 992s. This absorb part is definitely one of the big differences. It's like a more lighter cream shade. The midsole also consists of white and cream, and I gotta say, like, they've definitely highlighted the cream aspect on the back part of the shoe. So going on to the bottom of the shoe, again, there's not much to compare in terms of subtle differences. The only subtle difference you can notice is the 992 logo on the bottom side, is that it's a cream color. So now going to the insoles, now there definitely is a big difference in terms of these compared to the typical 992s. As you can notice on the B-roll footage, you can see that there's holes imprinted within these insoles. And I definitely know why, because as you wear it over time, your feet tends to sweat as you move, as you walk. I love how Justin decided to add holes within the insoles because these will help your feet breathe as you're walking through different areas of your life. And I just love the functionality of having these holes, because that way it's definitely a lot more lighter and a lot more breathable when you're wearing these shoes. And also in the insole, you got the JJJJound logo printed onto the insole as well. What do I think about these 992s? I think they're super awesome. The idea of being subtle without saying too much is kind of the idea of this shoe. And when you're walking out in different places, no one's gonna like turn your heads and be like, dang, that's like a Travis Scott type shoe. You know, these are the shoes that are gonna not attract anybody unless you know. And I love the idea of like, if you're in the know of these shoes, you will know exactly, because you can recognize by the iconic brown color scheme as well as the black end logo. And that's what I love about these New Balances, because it's a subtle way of showing that you love sneakers. I'm gonna be real with you though, I do prefer the 990s compared to these. Don't get me wrong, I freaking love these shoes. I definitely will not take for granted that I have these shoes. But I still think the 990s have it going. I don't know. Maybe it's something about the shape that I prefer more. Maybe it's because it's more sleek. Maybe it's because the end logo is a little bit more bigger. I'm not sure. But something about the 990s just has a special place in my heart, which I prefer more than these, but I still love these regardless. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Sorry guys if I haven't updated my channel in like years, and I know it's been a little tough, especially with COVID and just definitely with like unemployment. It's been super hard on myself as well. So I thought I'd just do a review for these shoes. Maybe I'll get back into making YouTube videos once again, just talking about random things. And I plan to do a life update, or just an update video on just what the channel is going to be all about. So I plan to reshape it. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. And you already know where my Instagram is. And if you guys want to buy me a cup of coffee, you guys can definitely help support like a unemployed and young YouTube creator like myself. That'd be super sick of you guys. And yeah, just want to thank you guys for watching. And you guys are awesome. I'll take care of you guys.